Hi, I'm Emily, and this is going to be my video discussion post for discussion 1.1 of legal, ethical, and cultural issues in conducting, interpreting, and reporting counseling research. So I have some bullet points in front of me that I'm going to discuss. Part 1 was asking about AI like ChatGPT and its appropriate and inappropriate ways for it to be used. Some good uses that I think that ChatGPT or an AI system that could be used is helping with brainstorming, organizing, creating outlines, guides, helping clarify or understand sections that maybe a student doesn't understand for an assignment, something of those sorts, breaking down things, and then of course checking for grammar, making sure that everything looks and sounds professional. As for not good, obviously not having ChatGPT write your entire paper. You want to have those critical thinking, those original thoughts, and making sure that your information is valid and backed by appropriate and understood research. Which brings me to the trusting citations that ChatGPT or an AI system gives you. You want to make sure that those are legit and accurate and that you understand the material that it's giving you. Making sure that you're not using it to replace your critical thinking. So the literature reviews and methods, always read the original text for the reviews, making sure that the study is understood by you and not just given to you by AI. Kind of like what I said before with the not good use of AI, making sure that you're not just trusting that source fully, making sure that you're reading and understanding the information it's giving you. As for methods, AI should not be creating methods for you. It should be reflected by the student or the counselor or whatever, of what the researcher has actually done and accomplished within the research. So part 2 was about ethical legal issues conducted in research, and I think that I wanted to point out ACA Code of Ethics section A2, which covers informed consent and that stuff. Communication's our job, and it's important that we make sure that the clients understand what we are doing, how the relationship works, and their rights, what they're able to do. So with that being said, we have a duty to make sure that participants in our research understand what they're going to be participating in, making sure that they understand everything that's going to be involved with it, what's going to be put in there, how it's going to work. Like I said, communication is key when it comes to clients, participants in a research, everything. So just being transparent and making sure that people understand what you're doing before you move forward is something that I really think needs to be accounted for when it comes to ethical obligations in research. Because it's not a difficult thing to do to make sure that someone understands what you're going to be doing. And comparing it with AI, making sure that you're not having an AI tool create an entire consent form that is a whole bunch of jargon that a participant or a client might not understand, and then they just sign it, and then you have somebody who just doesn't understand what is going to be involved in the research or in the relationship. So just making sure that you understand what your limitations, your relationship, your research involves, so that you can communicate that accurately to the client or to the participant or to whoever you're giving the informed consent to. So part 3 was for the internet-based article that shares research about mental health. I found an article from American Psychology Association about middle-aged Americans are lonelier than Europeans, is what the study involved. As for cultural considerations, it did compare Americans to Europeans. It focused on middle adulthood. It certainly would be nice to have seen more comparison of more specific things, like individual differences, instead of just such a broad, as a whole, Americans versus Europeans comparison. So my question that I was left after reading the article was, do different cultures have different ideas of what a strong social support means? And I think that that would have been a good topic to have come to an ending on the research, because it would have just helped build a better understanding. So, yeah, that's my discussion.